My name is Lee-Fay Low and I'm an Associate Professor in Ageing and Health at the University of Sydney. Today at the conference I've been speaking about the relationship between quality of care and quality of life. It's really kind of interesting to think about these two concepts because they're both quite difficult to define. So quality of life traditionally has been defined by researchers or other people, but not people with dementia. So a lot of our measures of quality of life don't really capture the constructs that people with dementia say are important, such as meaningful engagement, such as feeling connected, such as feeling settled, or that where they live is their home, and also that they feel that they are a well person, not an ill person. I guess the last thing that people with dementia talk about as being important to quality of life is whether they're happy or not. If we contrast kind of conceptions of quality of life with conceptions of quality of care, traditionally quality of care is thought of very medically. So we measure processes and systems which impact on clinical care. And we would measure clinical indicators of care like pressure ulcers or weight loss or falls or physical restraint use. And while some of those are related to quality of life, not all of them are in people with dementia. And we don't really measure things important to quality of life in people with dementia, like I said, connectedness or social inclusion. Adaptation is a psychological construct where all of us adapt as our life circumstances change. So if I hurt my leg, I might adapt in setting goals for how much I would walk or my recreational activity. So instead of going for tramps or bushwalks, I would instead go on car rides or cruises. Older people adapt in terms of what they see as important in their life and their goals and their expectations. I think what's interesting in people with dementia is that we see negative adaptation. So we see stigma, public stigma about dementia internalized. So people with dementia see themselves as being incapable or unable or more disabled than they really are. And so we see excess disability and the idea that their life is finished when they get the diagnosis, which isn't true. So if we want to really impact on quality of life for people with dementia, we've got to think about what components quality of life are really important to people with dementia, and then we've got to actively try and change those. So it's not just clinical, even though clinical stuff is important. It's also kind of that social well-being, mood, self-identity stuff that's important.